May you please briefly tell us about Women Who Code?
Sure. Women Who Code is a United States-based 501c3 tax-exempt organization which is dedicated to inspiring women to excel in their careers. It was first established in San Francisco in 2013, and it has grown with a lot of networks in various cities that are headed mostly by women. And so the branch that I direct, which I founded in late 2015, after living in the United States for about 7 years, I took a trip back to Ghana, which is where I'm originally from, and created a network for that Accra chapter. So I co-direct, and I'm the founder of that Women Who Code Accra.
What is the Adopt a Programmer campaign?
Well, so after that initial work with establishing Women Who Code Accra, I returned, and fortunately the press took interest in what I had to say. So we had a Huffington Post article, which is Learning to Code is Changing the Lives of Ghana Women. Then the BBC segment also featured the women by visiting them in a co-working space, another technology sister house localized in Ghana, and they filmed the women during a Python workshop. But for the many triumphs, like the branding that I got through Women Who Code, it appeared that I could connect more with the women there. And also there was a financial and operational gap that didn't cover my trip, my expenses. So it became more or less like a volunteer give back to the community of women who I had walked in their shoes, right? And then my friends and work colleagues decided, hey, we can help you create another organization that works to promote people doing what you do. And that became the Adopt a Programmer vibe, because in some sense I adopted the community which I grew up in, and now we want to inspire and replicate this on a national level so more programmers can do that.
How digitalization can help to overcome the gender gap?
So I think when you look at the world, internet access, right? The people in China, because it's a very big population, they lead in the number. But by the population percent of people who have internet access, about 88% in Africa, right? Which is my area of expertise in an emerging economy, do not have. And most of these actually are women who do not have that. So if you do not have that internet access to begin with, how are you going to be able to close that gap, right? I was talking to you about the new organization called Coders Who Travel, which seeks to inspire and advance the careers of programmers in less developed regions, right? We can start some conversations over there, but some, even for those who have this internet access, which is a lot of people in the middle class who our organization do not want to leave behind, right, of the opportunities. These cities have internet access, but then even when they have, the cost, okay, on average, a programmer over there is paid about maybe $600, and internet cost is about $100 for a set number of gig. And that depends on how quickly the person uses it and finish. And so that affects that, right? So even if we get programmers to adapt programmers, then we have to talk about how do we ease the constraint of internet access. Another issue is not enough co-working spaces, in developed and advanced countries like here, Italy, and, it's so easy to get internet and commute to a place and find a place to work. But in these emerging economies, they are far out placed. And so if I'm traveling about 1.5 hours just to get to a place, that defeats the purpose. And so overcoming that internet challenge will help the digitalization to close the gap.